Mm. Foot shit. Mm. Okay, are we live? Hey there. I wasn't sure if it was working. Is it working okay? It's got the Wi-Fi thing full strength, but I can't see the other thing on here because this phone is got no credit or nothing on it. You're having internet network issues, but you've got it all fixed. Okay, welcome back, silly pants. Okay, so I'm not feeling great. My foot's already starting to not feel too good sitting here. I hate sitting in stools, but the other room behind me where I normally go, see and hear, it's dead. Like the TV's on, but there's no sound. There was a air conditioner rumbling up above my head, but that's turned off now. Yeah, donations open. Hey there, Jane Miller. Jane Miller, Janet Miller. Janet Miller, what I'm going to do is I did explain to my moderators, Chris and Silly Pants. What I'm going to do is, yeah, I do the paid readings and I have got a payment that's come in. But you have asked, so what I'm doing is I've got two piles beside me, and you don't ask a question or anything, but what you do is you think about your question. So let's say I wanted to know, how am I going to go at my job interview, right? And then I'll say to you, pick number 1 or 2, pile number 1 or 2. And then I'll pick a card from pile number 2, let's say. How am I going to go on my job? I haven't got a job interview. And that's what I got. So there is no job interview. And then I'll quickly tell you what that means. So hang around, Janet. I know I removed Super Chat because there was problems with the Super Chat. Like I wasn't getting paid for months at a time, and the Super Chat feature actually takes too much of a cut of what I was getting. So unfortunately I removed that. I do have someone in my channel that is allowing use of their Cash App, and what they're doing is they'll give their Cash App to particular people to make a payment, and then they will transfer the money to me. Okay, so really Chris has information if you would like to use Cash App. That's up to you. We have a payment from Alyssa for a mini, and we already have a payment from Chris. So let's get started. Chris is number 1, and then Alyssa, Astro Love, you want to donate? Okay, we'll close all donations because we're going to get Astro Love. Janet Miller, if you do want to do you do Venmo? I don't even know what that is. The only thing I have access to here in Australia is if you're in Australia, a bank transfer, or I have PayPal. I was, as I said, I did have the Super Chat feature. I've turned it all off. It was just creating discontent on my channel. Not for me, but there was arguments and backwards and forwards, and so I took it off. My daughter has Venmo. We don't have, I've looked into what's available in Australia, and I was trying to get Cash App. I was trying to set it all up, and the Cash App feature just, yeah, it's not available here in Australia. But really, Chris has graciously allowed for us to use her Cash App. So if anybody's watching and you do want to use Cash App, speak to really Chris about making your donation. But Janet Miller, I already have a donation from Chris, and Alyssa and Astro Love is making, she's made her donation through to the Cash App to Chris. So I've got one more spot if you do want to use it. I don't have Venmo. Anyway, let's move on. I don't accept Venmo. Sorry, nobody in my channel has the Venmo account. And now Bethel has showed up as well. Okay, so all readings are now closed. All readings are now closed. So let me write down who's having a reading in order. So we've got Chris with the detail. Then we have Alyssa with a mini. Then we had Astro Love. Astro was yours. Did you send one detailed reading through the Cash App to Chris? And then we've got Bethel. So I just need to confirm. I'll just check Bethel's notification on here to see what she paid for. Okay, so yeah, we have Chris with a detailed, Alyssa with a mini, followed by Astro has paid via Cash App to Chris, which I'm trying to determine whether that was for one detailed reading. And then we have Bethel with a detailed reading. That's my 4 spots for the day. As I said to Janet Miller, if you want a card pulled from this deck over here for free, I do not have Venmo. I never said I had Venmo. I said, what is Venmo? I've never heard of it. Oh, Chris, you have Venmo. And it's owned by PayPal. Oh, wow. Well, why won't they let me have that in Australia? Oh, so Chris has Venmo. Chris, are you okay with her sending it to Venmo or... No, sorry, Janet. I thought you were saying that I said I have it. No, I didn't read that properly. Chris, can you let her use that or is that not possible? I'll let you work it out and I'll move on to doing the questions. So we may or may not be doing a reading for Janet Miller. Okay. Oh, my foot. Oh, my God. Sorry, guys. I'm going to the doctor again today about this ankle. I think I've just been overdoing it with everything. She can send it to mine. Okay, so she can send it to your Venmo. Can you give her the details so she can get that sorted out if she wants to do it? It's $12 US if you want a detailed reading and $7 US if you want a mini reading. Okay, mini readings are just a shorter duration, same sort of format. 5 poker deck at the top, 9 below, and then 1 from the bottom. And then we do 3 from the top and 3 from the bottom of the tarot. If you're having a detailed reading, it's 7 across the top, 15 below, 3 at the bottom, and then 9 tarot cards, okay? So it's up to you what you want to do. Thank you, Astro Love. All right, so if you're needing a timestamp, if you have to go get the kids or you have to go to bed or you have to go to the doctor, whatever you have to do, and you've made a donation, just tell the girls that you need a timestamp when your reading comes up. That way you can come back to this reading, bookmark this, this session and come back. Add a Q&A sticker memory that makes you laugh. What? No. Okay. All right, so we've got our 4 readings booked. We're waiting to see what Janet Miller would like to do. If Janet Miller wants to play using the Venmo to Chris, you girls can get that sorted for me. Okay, Chris, what are we looking at for you? Is it in here? No. Is your question on WhatsApp? Chris, no. What are we looking at for you, Chris? We'll get started. Let me just check PayPal again in case you did put it on there, because sometimes it hides it. No, there's no question there. Okay, you want to know what's going to go on in the call. Okay, so Venmo and Cash App for those wanting to use it. We've only got that. Really, realistically, my readings for paid readings are now closed. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on the table. I normally close it off after 4. So anybody else coming in, all donations are now closed, except for Janet Miller. If you're still here, you are being offered the Venmo or the Cash App. It's Miss Really Chris. If you want to use that feature. We'll have to do something about getting something set up, Chris, where you put in a new name of it, like Butterfly or whatever you put in for it, and then we put it on the channel in the details for people to do that, and then money can come into your account and you can sort it out with me at another point. All right, so Chris, you just want to know a detailed reading about what would happen in this call. This is my new deck, everyone. It's called the Stargazer, I think. The Stargazer deck by Bicycle. I love their cards. I love the feel of them. Yeah, we'll talk in WhatsApp. I've sent you a message in WhatsApp. I've got it open here in front of me. Let me know what you think, Chris. I sent you a message there about something. Okay, here we go. Chris wants to know. Better start my clock, shouldn't I? It's going to get very, very hot in here shortly. It's going to be 34 degrees out here. Currently, it's 31 degrees outside. I'm feeling okay at the moment. I'm trying to stop my leg going dead because it gets circulation cut off on this chair. If it does cut off the circulation, I'm not stupid enough to walk on it again. All right, here we go. I think it may... Oh, you think so? Kind of sounded familiar, the questions, Chris. All right, let's see. What's happening with... Larry wants to have a chat with Chris. What will be the bulk of the conversation? What will be the outcome with the conversation once she answers the phone call? Here we go. Oh, that one was turned over. That one doesn't belong. We got a blank. I was just about to say I haven't shuffled them enough because I've got King of Diamonds, Jack of Diamonds, 10 of Diamonds, but then we got a 6 of Spades, an Ace of Hearts, a 5 of Spades, and a 4 of Spades. So yes, they are shuffled. Because I shuffled them at home as well when I opened them. But of course we're getting sequences and we're getting triples and stuff like that. All right. I'm liking these cards. I like the energy of them. All right. Well, normally to me, King and Jack of Diamonds sitting with a 10 of Diamonds is normally like an invitation to go out to dinner, to celebrate, to talk, to happy energy, you know, get-togethers, pulling something back together. It can be talking about a financial situation. Now, if he does want to talk about finances, I feel he wants to talk about that he feels that what's in place right now, the message from the lawyer about court dates and things like that, I feel that this Six of Spades is him saying that he feels that you're taking a step in a direction that is the wrong direction in his eyes. Maybe he's wanting to say that it's going to cost a lot of money. He doesn't have the money. But yeah, this I feel is like pointing blame about something, that it was you that wanted this, it wasn't me, I was trying to contact you or whatever. So I just feel that this is about a blame card, and about it costing a lot of money to proceed with what's going to happen. I also feel that on the one hand, he wants to make promises of a secure togetherness, an invitation to be the person that you're wanting him to be. He does have his heart involved with you. Got the Ace of Hearts sitting here. But he's also angry. Got two cards of feeling like, you know, you're punishing him or you're trying to teach him a lesson, and there's something unsaid going on here, okay? Hey there, Sandy Cheeks, welcome to the room. I've just realised, Sandy Cheeks, what you're talking about. You're not talking about your face, are you? You're talking about being on the beach sitting on your bum. I love the beach. All right. The challenges he faces with this core is he just feels like there's other things in motion here. I don't feel that the 3 is representing a third party that exists in your life or his. I just feel he feels that there's other people that have been involved to set this whole thing in motion of what's happening right now. I feel that there's this blame going on. You did this, so I did that. I did this, so you did this. You know, like this blame backwards and forwards. I feel like that this is just him being him. He is who he is. He's always been the same person. He is what he is. You're going to get what you're going to get, basically. He doesn't feel that the connection is over. You've got the 2 of clubs here, not the 2 of spades. The 2 of spades is coming up in the near future, but it's showing at the moment he feels that his challenge is, can you fix this? Can you bring it back together? He's concerned about somebody else in the background with you. You know, like what's going on in your lifestyle in the background. Moving forward of what he's thinking is going to happen is a discussion around a complete separation. He's literally saying this separation, this 2 of spades, this is not my plan. This is not the plan that we set out. This is not what we talked about. You talked to him in previous months. Well, I remember you talked to him way back a year ago. You know, way back, I think it was December or way back in January, you said about moving to a different place, getting this off the ground, the only way it was going to work. So I feel that he's trying to say, this is not what we talked about. You've changed the game. You've changed the way things are going. He wants to be your partner. He wants to be your King of Cups, your King of Hearts. He wants to have a relationship with you. He wants to learn and be with you. He wants the building blocks back together. The outcome of the call will be frustrating. Some things will come to an end. Some things will be resolved during this phone call. You will have some answers to this is completely done and this is what we're going to work on here. He's hopeful that he can put something in place. Now, instead of a contract of being ripped up or, you know, like a marriage between two people being dissolved, being finished, he's got the two aces, which is basically like a new job. So we're talking about a relationship here, but he also might be talking about getting money and a new job and working towards stability. And be prepared for truth to be on the table, a good truth. Okay, I feel that this Five of Hearts is, he's hoping that the outcome will be some form of reconciliation between the two of you. At the bottom of the deck, what you might not realize is that you can make some good plans with each other, but you need to remain in steady control of what you're wanting and looking at. Is this just words between two people on a phone and then nothing happens? Or are we going to take action and make a long-term commitment to make this work? So I do feel that it does start off a bit angry and hesitant, but it does look like there's a turnaround there. So what he's wanting to have it out with you, say that you mentioned about a third party, so it's not just him, but your third party came in with you two not being together anyway. So it's a different circumstance too. So if he's trying to compare apples with oranges, it's just not going to work with you. So I do feel that he wants to have his say about he was hurt or he was shocked or whatever. This was not his plan. This was your plan. I think we can still try and fix this thing. Then moving forward, it's like he sort of accepts that this is what you're saying, that there's no other option. We've tried this, we've tried A, B, and C. I've recently had surgery. You weren't there, you didn't even believe me. So I just feel that he's wanting to right the wrongs. He's wanted to accept the responsibilities. He's wanted to propose a movement forward of bringing this back together. That's what it looks like to me. He is not too happy about certain things. I do feel the top cards were saying, on the one hand, it was showing me something about reuniting together. But on the other hand, I feel like it was saying, you know, he hasn't got the money to do what is expected, what's coming. All right, let's just do these to finish off. Oh, hang on. What's going to be happening with this phone call with Larry? He's been assessing everything. Seven of Pentacles, someone over-analysing a situation. That's sitting in the trouble zone. He doesn't feel this is his wish. This is not what he's wishing for. This is not what he's hoping for, okay? And he's wanting to either rescue you or you to turn around and rescue him and say, it's okay, I'll fix this all up right away. There's a lot of stress going on with him. He's creating his own stress and drama. He's trying to lower things and alleviate things. He wants a new start, a fresh start. His outcome, he believes, is the marriage and stability and unity. He also feels that he's getting defeated because of the past. This is the past, the memories getting stuck, that you or him are stuck in the past, and he feels that that's defeating this from happening. So I do feel he wants reunion. He wants you to drop whatever's going on. Bottom of the deck, unfortunately, is the moon. As you know, I don't like the moon. Underneath, it's like, will he be successful or not? So that's what I'm getting, Chris. Hopefully that's helped a bit. Okay, so we have a payment. Oh, hang on, that might be from before. Let me just have a look. Did we get something sorted out with... what was it, Janet Miller? No. Okay, So Janet Miller came and she's gone. Okay. My bad. I thought she was saying that I said I did have it, and I was correcting her, and then I realised she didn't say that at all. She said that Chris had said she had it and was offering it. So if you're still out there, Janet Miller, all readings are closed now anyway, and hopefully you come back and we sort the mess out. If you don't, you don't. Okay. There's plenty of readers online that have all these apps and things, so, plenty to choose from. Alrighty, okay, so up next we have Alyssa with a mini, and your question is, Cash and you shared some time with friends and then then alone. His idea to be alone, it was his idea to be alone. We just drove to his family ranch to see his pig. Can I get some general info between the connection? Again on Cash. Alyssa, I feel like coming through the camera, grabbing you and going, just ask him. Ask him, what are we? You were alone with him, looking at his pig. He must like his pig. Hopefully it's not a pig that's going to be eaten one day. Anyway, you had your opportunity right there in your hands. He chose to take you away from everybody else, to have some alone time with you, to show you his prize pig on his ranch. And you didn't. It's a baby pig. Okay, it's a baby pig. You need to ask him. You were alone with him. There was nobody listening, nobody to see the reaction. If he said, I'm not interested in being one-on-one with you, and you were disheartened or hurt or angry, nobody else was going to be there to see your reaction but him. That was your perfect chance to say, listen, I'm getting mixed messages from you, Cash. I need to know, are we going to be something? Are we going to be exclusive with each other? I know in the past you told me that you weren't looking for a full-time girlfriend and you like hanging out and hooking up, and I've told you how I feel about being friends with extras on the side. But I feel a different energy coming off you. So would you like to be, you don't have to wait for him to ask you. You're a strong female, you can ask him. I'd like to know, would you like to be in an exclusive one-on-one relationship with me, and just try, just see where it goes. What's the worst that's going to happen? No, I told you before, I don't really want to get involved and be in a relationship. I like just hanging out and being with each other, and I accept that you don't want to take it to that level if we're not in an exclusive relationship. Let's just be friends. And then you've got an answer. You've got an answer. I can't believe it. I feel like shaking you that you had him alone. Betty can send you my number in WhatsApp. What's that? Okay, I'll go back into WhatsApp and see what that's all about. All right, let's look at Alyssa. And so your question is, you went out, you spent time with other people, then his idea was he wanted you were alone, he wanted to take you out to the ranch to see the pig. Can you now get more information about this connection? He might have just been wanting you to see this thing. I don't know. All right. So this is a mini reading. Here we go. Alyssa wants to know the energy between her and Cash now. Oh, you're going to... I've just read what Chris told you, Alyssa, that I don't have Alyssa's number, by the way. I've only ever had contact through her email. You'll ask Cash. Yeah, we all feel like we're rooting for you to have something, because it's been going on for a while now, and you don't want this to slip away like what happened with Fernando. You know, you were asking questions about Fernando, very similar questions, and look where that ended up, you know. Sometimes you've got to ask that hard question and maybe get the answer you don't want, but you might get the answer you do want. Where are things with Cash? What's he feel towards Lissa? I mean, the fact that he said, hey, do you want to come with me and see my pig? Bit of a weird date, but yeah, people have their things, you know. I know some men that want to take their date and show them their motorbike, or show them their basketball card collection, or show them whatever. His thing was to, I think it was more about going to the family ranch than anything else. It's sort of a big step, that. All right. We've got a 3 of spades here. 3 of spades is where someone feels like they're being shut out. So I feel that you're shutting him out from the union you two have had. And I think that's one thing that's going on in his head. The other thing is he's not too sure what's between you, but he knows that there is emotions there. Okay, this is a secret and this is big emotions. Over here, he's looking at, this is somebody responsible, taking care of responsibilities, and this is a relationship that's, is it there or it's not there? Is it going to repair or it's not going to repair? I am concerned that he may still have some kind of feelings wrapped up in his previous relationship, and if she turned up on the doorstep and said, I'm sorry, let's get back together and that, he may be in the wings of not fully done with that, and that might be why this is sitting there, because you two have never been in an actual relationship. So this might be referring to the relationship from before that is not fully done. Even though it looks like it's done, he doesn't go out with her anymore, but you don't know if he's still talking to her. You know, he could still be having conversations here and there. When her birthday comes or his birthday comes, they might be sending a message to each other. So, yeah. His challenge with you is not saying what needs to be said. This is just not feeling like it fits, not feeling like it's working. He wants to have fun. He wants to... So sitting in his challenge area, take this as like the Knight of Wands. What's the Knight of Wands want? The Knight of Wands is very fast-paced and healthy and works hard, but he's also a bit of a player energy. So sitting in his challenge energy is that he knows that he's not going to get that past you. It's not something you want. You don't want to hang out with him and have all of the good times together. You like drinking with him and dancing with him and hanging with groups of friends and going and seeing the pig. But when it comes to having more than that with you, if it's not going to be in an exclusive relationship, you're not interested, and he knows it. So it's like trying to learn a lesson out of it all. Moving forward, he does see you as this romantic person, this person who's looking for love, looking for your man. But he feels that your direction of what you want is not the same. You've got a black 7 with him. He wants to do things the right way with you. The outcome cards are he really doesn't know which way to go, because he just feels that either he should just stop right now, because this can be a nasty surprise coming in the near future. The nasty surprise may be that you put it to him that this is what you want, because this is hidden underneath. This is what you want with him. You want to go on a journey with him, and The nasty surprise may be if you finally ask him, he turns around and he says, I still feel the way I felt before. I'm not ready to have an exclusive relationship, but I do like hanging out with you. And I understand that you don't want those other trimmings on the side. But what you could do is say, can you at least assure me that hanging around me as a friend, that you're not going off with some other female and having those trimmings on the side, because I don't feel comfortable with that. You know, I'd rather that you have a friendship with her and she's willing to give you that and not have me involved in that situation, even though he wouldn't be exclusive to that other woman. Yeah, it doesn't sit right. But you may have something that surprises you in a good way. This is a truth that comes out that you didn't know. So feelings are pretty much like what we looked at last time, even though you've been to see the pig. Let's see what else we get just to finish off. Up next, we've got Astro Love with a detailed reading. We've got her question there. And then after that, we've got Bethel, and then we'll be finished for the day, guys. Okay. This is for... what's the energy between Cash and Alyssa right now and moving forward? Top of the deck is right now. Bottom of the deck is what's coming. Top of the deck. Top of the deck, the illusion card. This is the energy. Part of it is a delusion. It's just you're seeing things that aren't there. Okay? Some of the cups you're looking at are true. Hanging out together, having fun. You're a nice person, he's a nice person. Two people having a friendship. Other stuff where you're saying, he decided to take me alone. But what happened when you went alone with him? What did you talk about while you were alone? Or did you just go there, see the pig, talk about the pig, and nobody talked about what you needed to talk about? So some of what you're thinking is not correct, okay? You also have at the top of the deck right now, this is somebody who wants to take their time. He is not ready to jump into anything. He just wants to take a slow and steady progress. King of Pentacles, it's a good card because it's a card of somebody committed to a journey, but it's showing that he's going to be very, very slow to come forward with anything. Bottom of the deck of what might be the energy between the two of you, we have this rescuing situation going on, rescuing each other, wanting to escape, not knowing what to do. And then we have this wish card. This is like in the future, the near future, not too far forward, you're still in this wishing mode, wishing, you know, is something going to happen, hoping. Sorry, Alyssa, but, you know, if you go out, which you will, and you're in a group with him, don't wait for him to suggest something. If you want to go see the pig again, say, I really enjoyed that and everything, when you've got him alone, you need to say something. See, he talked about work and problems. You have specifically told him to his face that what happened before was a mistake and that you want to be in an exclusive relationship to share those sorts of things with that person. He has told you he didn't want to be in an exclusive relationship, and so you both decided to have a friendship and hang out at times, but you don't want that. I can tell by the readings that you're having, you want an exclusive relationship with this guy. And every time you have any kind of look from him, words from him, he takes you aside to show you the pig. He talks about work. He did not talk about, I really love being around you. I really feel comfortable with you. I could see us being, like he didn't say any of this stuff. You need to put it forward to him and ask him again. Just say, look, we've met up with each other a few times now. I'm getting some mixed messages from you, but maybe I'm just seeing things I want to see. I'd like to ask you again, would you like to be in an exclusive relationship with me where we meet up with each other and we be together with each other? because I am interested in it. But if you're not interested in it, I do like being friends with you. I just need you to confirm with me. You've got to build up the Dutch courage, is it? Build up the Dutch courage. Do not drink alcohol, because we know where that will go. He did mention he is very strategic with the way he works, and so I just didn't say anything. Okay. He's very strategic. It's like you're waiting for these little crumbs to come off him, you know? Let's have a look at the Lenormand deck just before we move on to Astrolove's question. Sorry, Astrolove. And then Bethel after that. Bethel, if she's not around, we'll do a timestamp on her. What time is it? Yeah, I've got a doctor's appointment in an hour and a bit. Got to get going. Okay. What's going to happen if Alyssa asks the hard questions of this guy? If she asks him, what will be her outcome? Top two cards. Here we go. Top two cards. We have the moon. He's going to tell you in time. He needs more time. This is not the moon like the tarot deck, where it's an illusion or secrets or hidden. The moon in the Lenormand deck, I want you to go to Google and look up the moon in the Lenormand deck. Okay? This is telling you about a duration of time, a waiting game. Waiting. Waiting for what? For you to be his lady. Okay? This is you being you. He knows that you want this. He's got his eyes on you, but it's a waiting game. Okay? So what's going to happen if you approach him? He's going to tell you, I just need more time. That's what I think. I think that's what it means. I think next time when you get a question done, you need to ask a different question, not what's the energy, what's going on, because it's the same energy that's been going on for months now. You know, it's the same thing. Nobody's saying anything to this one or that one. So, you know, it's the same energy. Question needs to be, the next time I'm with him, if I ask him the hard question, will I be happy? Will I be happy with what he tells me, with what he says? It looks to me like he'll just tell you, I'm not ready. Not ready. I'm still where I was before. I'm not ready. It doesn't mean he's got her still in the background or he's waiting for her to come back, but he could be. You know? Alyssa, Shannon and I have been going in circles for years. Miss Betty can tell you that. Yes, I can. He will always be around even when you go and get married. He will still be around. This is true. This is true. What did you say? He did mention he is very strategic. Okay. No alcohol. Yes, he's Sagittarius. We've all been there before. I know it's scary. Well, I don't know. I met my husband on the 22nd of August, 1983. I spotted him across the room. I liked the look of him. It was a dark nightclub. And yes, I was having a couple of drinks, and so was he. I went to the bathroom. The girl that was at the table with the group of men, including my husband of the future, I said to her, the guy in the white clothing, is he single? And she said, oh my God, he told me to come to the toilet, follow you in and ask if you were single. And that's where it started. We went out on a double date, and it was supposed to be me with somebody else and him with my friend. And my friend wasn't interested and I wasn't interested in the other person, and we got together on that double date. We disregarded the other people and we got together, and the rest is history. And basically I met him on the 22nd, then on the 6th of September on his birthday, his 20th, 1983, 20th birthday. I was 18. he got drunk and he said, my parents would like you. And I said, like marriage? And he said, yes. And basically that was the marriage proposal. 3 months later, we were supposed to be married, but something happened with his mother. So we got married in the February the following year in 1984, and the rest is history. But previous to him, when I was only a teenager, you know, there was questions that had to be asked when I was with somebody, and, you know, is this going to lead to something? And when they said no, I moved on. And but it's a different circumstance. This is back in the 80s. Everybody I knew around the street was all from Europe, and everybody was getting married early, and you know, a different circumstance. But with my clients, I've had a multitude of clients that one of them, she has waited decades for a man. Decades. The moment she started dating someone that she thought something will happen, she gives it up because she worries that the guy she's been waiting for decades is going to come back. Like, seriously. I know other people that wanted somebody, didn't know if they were even available, and started having all of this stuff in their head that they're going to be together, but they didn't ask the question. So I went and asked for them, and that person was interested. I gave them the phone. They put their phone number in. The person that wanted the phone number, she ran off and hid in the car. So sometimes you've got to do that push. You've got to go for it. Anyway, let's move on to... yeah, I believe that when I met my husband, I found him. I seen him across the room. He seen me across the room. We wanted each other. And then we went on this double date that was organised for the next day or the next night or whatever it was. And he brought along someone and I brought along her, and we ignored the fact that we wanted each other. But we were meant to be together. So I didn't even have 2 words to say to the other person, and my friend just wasn't interested. She was too wrapped up in her ex-boyfriend, and her ex-boyfriend are now deceased. They both died. They ended up marrying and having kids, and they both died early. So yeah, they were meant to be together. Me and my husband were meant to be together. When she described what was going on, I knew she was a Sagittarius and asked, because Shannon acts the same way. Shannon and I have known each other for 15 years now. Yes, 15 years. And I'm sweating like a pig in here. Sweating like a pig. It is 30 degrees out there, and they've got the roof open and no aircon in here. No fans going. I'm going to turn fans on. Oh, my foot. Yes, I'm limping like an old bag. Ow. Sitting in this chair, it's just putting a lot of pressure on the ankle. I'm trying to keep it lifted up. Okay, let's get on with Astro Love. And okay, Astro Love's question: updates in love between now and then the end of November. That's not my ex-husband. He's trying to return again. Okay, we will nominate that your detailed reading. Okay, we will nominate your husband being the, in the poker deck, we'll nominate him to be the Jack of Clubs. Jack of Clubs will be the X. X will be Jack of Clubs. And then in the Lenormand deck, the Knight of Wands. Actually, the King of Wands, not the Knight, because the Knight of Wands, as you know, can be a player energy. All right, so let's get on with it. Yes, I can see it. He keeps showing up because he knows what he's lost. He knows what he did was, whatever it was wrong. And he's trying tooth and nail to bring it back together, because you were married, you shared a life together, you shared a home together, you shared kids together. And he's thinking, do you really want to go and get someone new and have a romantic thing and hope that the kids, it all works out? You know, like, he thinks how difficult it's going to be for you to go with someone new, whereas how easy it would be just to slip right back in where you were before. But sometimes, as my good friend Rhonda told me, some people check out. You know, you reach a certain point with a person, and at some point you check out from that relationship, and it doesn't matter how much they try or how much they beg or how much they change, something in you checked out, and it's done. I know from experience of certain things, there's certain things where I checked out because of certain events that happened. And there's no going back. Once you've checked out and disconnected, or if you've got hooks in your heart and your ex-husband had 5 hooks in your heart while you were with him, he totally cut off 4 of them. And there might be one little thing where you still have concerns for his well-being and you don't want anything bad to happen. He is the father of the children. But those 4 things that kept you wanting him in your life, wanting a life with him, wanting things to be good, they've been disconnected and you've checked out. Okay, I've had probably, if there is 5 hooks, I've had at least 1 or 1.5 been severed, I think, for life with certain things. But, you know, the other ones are holding strong. All right, here we go. Will it repair? Will it rejoin? It might be like a fractured foot and it mends itself, or it might be like a fractured foot that never really gets back to that footing. All right, here we go. Her message is on PayPal. Okay, we'll look at that when we finish this one. If we have anyone in the room that's wanting a free card, I'm separating the piles to 2 piles here. Okay. You can pick 1 or 2, and that goes for everyone in the room, Astro Love, Silly Pants, and Chris. If you want to pick 1 and 2, and I'll pull the Lenormand deck at the end of the reading with Bethel, if I have time. All right, let's just restart the clock for you, Astro Love. Okay, we nominate the ex-husband to be the Jack of Clubs in the poker deck and the King of Wands in the tarot deck. Anadilia, what is coming her way in love between the rest of October and going into November, and we're heading towards Christmas? What can she expect to present to her in regards to love and romance? Wow. Okay, the King of Clubs has actually popped up in your challenge area. So I'm wondering, because I said King over here, and a Jack normally is a child, I should really have not said the Jack of Clubs. Bottom of the deck would basically be the ex. This is somebody that feels that you can mend things, somebody you don't want to be around, and just sort of like people that want friends with benefits, all that sort of thing. So this is where you don't want to be, sitting at the bottom of the deck. Okay, I do feel that this might be the energy coming off the ex. He may even get argumentative about things and that it wasn't his fault, or you keep doing this, why are you doing this, or whatever. Okay, what I like, the very first cards out was this, what's coming in love. The King of Hearts, he's who you're looking for. He's got the 10 of Hearts with him. He's also got the 7 of Hearts. 7 of Hearts is making plans for a future together, making plans to go out on dates, making plans to do different things. He also has the Joker here. This is beautiful surprises. This could be someone buying you flowers. This could be somebody, you said you're Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, is that starts at the end of November and goes through December, is it? Okay, so this guy normally would be a water sign, so he would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but he has not a relationship, but talking plans of going out and just enjoying life. This is beautiful energy. Accept the invitation. This man may be older than you. How old are you again? You're 30, 36, 37, or am I going too far? You're only 32? How old are you, Astro? Because I'm picking up that this guy might be about 45. I'm thinking this is a 45-year-old that wants to wine and dine. You're 38. Okay, 38. Your photographs, you look about 32, maybe even 28 you would pass for. But yeah, I knew with kids and that you told me before something about being in your 30s. So you're 38. Yeah, I feel that this guy would be around the 45 mark, possibly a water sign, maybe not. I feel like he might be somebody that works with his hands. So he might own a restaurant and be the head chef in a restaurant. He might be somebody who I feel like he knows his food and he knows his wines and he loves beautiful things in life, and you're very beautiful. So I also feel he'd be somebody that he'd give you the most beautiful bunch of flowers, or he would just give you that single stemmed rose, and he wants to see what's beautiful, including yourself. For some reason, I see you sipping wine, looking at the sun or the full moon or stuff like that. This is romantic adventures, okay? So if someone, maybe not who you would normally go for, like I feel like his job he may be a builder, he may be an electrician, a plumber. Being that he's a king, he may actually own these businesses. He may be a builder's contractor and owns a business and sends people out. He may be a plumber, he may also work in community service and look after people, okay? He's big on family. Now, we have this nasty 9 sitting here, so I feel that this is someone trying to rain on this parade here. This is where you go out, you enjoy the day, and then someone gives you a phone call and it just makes you very frustrated, very angry. Let's say this Mr. Wonderful, he takes you somewhere, you're enjoying a beautiful food, and your ex-husband finds out where you are and decides to turn up. Can you imagine it? It would be very uncomfortable. The other thing I'm thinking is that the guy from before, the one that you used to ask about all the time, Angel, we didn't nominate a card for Angel. It could be that he makes you feel guilty or something like that. He just suddenly surprises you with something and then you start feeling guilty that you totally forgot about him, or not that you'll forget about him. You're not sure about the plans though. It's like you start off really good with this person and then something comes in. Now this can be taking care of kids as well. The 6 of Diamonds can be home things that you have to take care of. If there's some kind of incident that goes on, or kids not doing well at school, or some kind of tension going on, it's like you get drawn away down a different path away from this love zone, okay? Now, in your challenge area, I believe that that's probably your ex sitting in the challenge area. There's also some sharp-toothed female in your challenge area. I believe that she's probably the person divorced from the man that you meet, because this card's about divorce, but it's also about your ex. And also trying to structure everything too much. That's against you. Trying to make it all fit into place is going to be against you. Just let things happen, you know, trying something different. Moving forward, Okay, you've got confusion around what you want to do. I feel that there's two options coming in. This guy is totally different to the other one. This one is more, he could be an accountant, he could own an accountancy firm, he could work for the government, he could be in military, he could be police, he could be a nighttime security guard, or own a security firm. When I see kings, I feel like they're higher than the jacks in regards to their platform of work. You do have a Two of Hearts here, so I feel that you have somebody else in your sights as well, coming into your sights. It may be through an unlikely reason. It could be something to do with the kids or school. I still feel there's someone at the school that sees you, that talks to you. Again, it's somebody 40, 45, maybe even 50 that's trying to come into the picture. We've got two kings there. Your outcome on love, you do have a new friendship. You do have going out, enjoying food, but there's something holding you back. It could be a Virgo energy that's holding back. Anadilia, are you Virgo yourself? I can't remember if you're Virgo. I'm pretty sure you are, though. Yeah, because there's Virgo energy here that it's like you are Virgo. Okay. It's like new friendship, new beginnings, and making plans and seeing that this will all work. You got it all up in your head of what you want to do, but your Virgo side, your logical, it's all got to fit this way, doesn't work. It's like you sabotage it for yourself. You've got to allow yourself to have, well, not an affair, but have a friendship and get to know them and do the talking and ask the hard questions, not just base it on a couple of nights out and beautiful flowers and food and that, to get to the nitty-gritty to see where it is. But you've also got to have a certain period of time where you date each other and get to know each other. So it's a fine line to work out, I don't want this to turn into a friends with benefits situation, but when do I bring in the kids? When do I bring in my real life to this new person? I think that if you're meeting anyone, the first thing they need to know is that you're a divorced mother of children. If you start something and this person's unaware that you have kids, let's say you go out with your girlfriends, you meet some really nice guy, and he just meets you out about, you look young, you don't look like a mother of kids that's been married or whatever, you just look like a really gorgeous young woman. He would have all these assumptions about who you are, the same as you would have assumptions about him. The first thing on the table, if you think it's going to go somewhere, would be just letting you know, I am divorced and I've got 2 kids. Because they can then go, I'm not interested, I don't want to be with anyone that's got kids. Or they'll go, I love kids, you know, whatever. Anyway, let's do your tarot. Okay, let's see. Anadilia, your Emperor's dropped on the table. I feel that that's your energy. You are the one that needs to take control of what you want to do. Yeah, straight cutthroat. I mean, what would be worse? I reckon it would be much, much worse if you met someone and you're out with your girlfriend and you get bought some drinks by these guys, and one of them you think, oh my God, you know, I really like this guy. You go to the same bar the next week, there he is again. He says, oh, we meet again. Look, I've been thinking about you all week. I don't know about you, but let's exchange numbers, hey? You decide to exchange numbers, you talk a lot, and you don't tell him you have 2 kids. And this guy is a businessman and he doesn't want kids, he doesn't want to settle down, he just wants to travel the world and experience things and take his beautiful woman with him. but he doesn't want 2 kids with him. And you say, I've got 2 kids, and you go, I really like you, but kids are just not my thing. At least you know, and you don't keep pursuing it, because that would be not great. Anyway, Anadilia. I was thinking of Alyssa just then. Anadilia. I don't know if Alyssa's got kids. And if she has, I don't know if she's told this guy that she's got them. Anyway, Anadilia and love. What are the messages? So go to Psychic Revelation, Anadilia, and look these 6 cards up in regards to love. Go straight down to the love section. Okay, in your challenges with love, you have the invitation cards. Invitation. Ace of Wands and Knight of Pentacles. Both of these cards, I feel, the contract's being signed within your own head, but the journey you want to go on. This could represent an actual person. The Knight of Wands would be your age or slightly younger. He would be somebody that works either in medical or with money. So he could work in the stock market. He could work in, some kind of top-end business where they're exchanging money, or gold market, whatever. Or he works in a hospital or physiotherapy or even veterinary surgery, something to do with healing. But sitting in your challenge area is the invitations. So I want you to look up your challenges around love, being the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles can be somebody that's kind of offering the long term, but you're not too sure where it's going to go. Moving forward in love, you do have this King of Swords showing up. Now, we nominated your ex to be the King of Wands. This is not him. This to me is somebody, again, military, police, government worker, official government worker. They can sometimes be somebody very high up in like taxation department or accounts, or they may be a chartered accountant and own an accountancy firm. This person to me would have black hair or very dark skin, or I just feel that they would be on the darker side, not like me, not like green or blue eyes or blonde hair and that. I feel that if they are 45 or 50 years old, they may have had black hair, and they'll have that salt and pepper thing going on where they've got the light colour here around the ears. And for some reason, I feel that he's got facial hair. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a beard or it's that unshaven look, but I feel that he's there. So in your future with romance, you do have the King of Swords, but you also have the Five of Cups sitting in your near future. Five of Cups to me is someone trying to apologise, trying to return. I feel that this card's representing in your future, your ex-husband's not going away. This, especially if he notices that there's somebody new in the picture. Your outcome, you're going to be happy with this. Your outcome is the Star and the Hierophant. So this to me is like your wishes coming true to have some kind of marriage stability type relationship in the near future. Now the Hierophant, I believe, is attached to a star sign. I'm not sure which one it is. Silly pants, if you can look that up for us, unless Astrolove knows what that star sign is, but I do believe the star sign is attached to this. I do know that this is Aquarius. So that king is also an air sign. So it may be telling you that the man, not only his job or his colouring, it may be one of those things with the star sign, or it may have nothing to do with the star sign. But you've got Aquarius, and then you have Aquarius, what's the 3 air signs? Aquarius, Libra, and what's the third one? And Astrolove, you think it's Taurus? Isn't Taurus the Emperor? Because the Emperor flopped out on the table. So maybe it's telling you that it is Taurus. If these two are both Taurus, yeah, It may be a Taurus coming in. It's a very strong, direct energy, okay? The Emperor is Aries. Okay, thank you, Aries. All right, so that's you, Astro Love. Let's just quickly do 2 of these and then we'll go look at, let me look at Bethel's message. Bethel. What is coming in the next month or 2? Okay, so just a general reading for Bethel. Let's just give you these, Astro Love. What else does Astro Love need to see in regards to love? 2 from the top, 1 from each pile, and 1 from the bottom. 2 from the bottom, sorry. Top and bottom. Okay. In regards to love, your children card has come out. So I feel that before anything goes too far, you need to involve the fact that you have children. You don't have to get the person to meet them. You don't even know who the person is. But I do feel that the children is a future. It may be telling you that your future love will involve that person has children as well. You also have the sun, which could be a fire sign, but I just feel the sun is about the strength and the growth. This would be a new beginning, a new person. You do have Jack of Spades there. The spades, again, is representing someone with dark hair, possibly brown eyes, darkish skin, or maybe not, maybe caramel. But yeah, the sun, I feel, is this is the beginning, this is the strength. You're being told in time you do have your engagement ring. You have a solid relationship coming. So the beginning, getting solid, waiting game, and followed by solid. Underneath that was the invitation to be somebody's person. And then under that was the swans, the forever. So I do feel there's someone definitely coming in the next coming months. So hopefully that's given you a big enough description of who they might be so that when you see this person. And the fact that I mentioned about going to a bar and having drinks with a friend, I think that that's what you should be doing. Taking some time out, get the parents to look after the kids, or on the weekends where I'm assuming that the ex has the kids certain weekends, on those weekends, instead of being at home catching up on laundry or fixing things up and waiting for the kids to come home, get together with your girlfriend, go out to one of the bars, dress up, have a good time and have a look around. If you see a dark-haired salt and pepper man with facial hair that wants to buy you a drink, take the drink. Yeah, because we get into a rut, you know, like we think nothing's going to happen, and we start to question what we should do, and we start to feel guilty about things, and it's really hard when you're a mum and you've got kids, you know, like where that's going to go, what's everybody going to think. So yeah, I do see you sitting in a bar having a drink. I'll have to do that AI thing. You know, the thing I did, Chris, and I did for Silly Pants. Remember I put our pictures together that we were having drinks at a bar together and stuff like that with the AI. I'll do it for you, Anadilia, of me and you sitting having a drink together. Yeah, and bring that energy in. All right, let's get on to the last reading. So it's just a general for Bethel, what's coming up. We'll do a timestamp. Is Bethel here? We got 1 hour, 14 minutes, 1 hour, 15 minutes. 1 hour, 15 minutes for Bethel. General messages. What does Bethel need to see in regards to love, health, work, money? What's coming up for the rest of the month and going into November? What's coming up towards Bethel? And we will nominate for you, Bethel, about that Virgo energy. Virgo, to me, in the poker deck is the clubs. So the King of Clubs will be the Virgo energy. In the tarot, of course, Virgo energy is Pentacles. So we'll put the Knight of Pentacles Let me just write that down for Bethel. Knight of Pentacles is the Virgo, and King of Clubs is the Virgo for Bethel. Just in case that Virgo energy decides to show their face. Okay, what does Bethel need to see? What's coming in the coming weeks and the next 2 months? My foot's really, I think it's swelling up. This will be the last reading, guys. I need to turn this thing off and get into I should have sat in the chair. Remind me, I'm going to be coming every day here. Remind me, people, to sit in a low chair with my foot on the floor or up on a chair, because sitting up on a stool like this with my foot pointed down is a lot of pressure. And I can see people behind me going in there for lunch. Okay, let's just restart that because it's already used up 2 minutes and I haven't even said anything yet. Here we go, Bethel. Okay, well, this is going to be detailed because of you're wanting on anything and everything. Your King of Clubs has shown up. So there will be some dealings or seeing the King of Clubs. Unfortunately, Bethel, he's treating you like you're an ice queen. This would be you showing up as the Queen of Diamonds is somebody who's sharp-tongued. She has something to say, and or even can just be a look. And he's showing up. I said I nominated King of Clubs, and he's looking at this Nine of Spades. Nine of Spades is where it can be an argument. It can be where somebody says, look, you know, this is done. But in the beginning, we have this nice thing going on. This is you like out and about with female energy, enjoying some food, some drinks, and looking at your options. In regards to work, I feel like through an ending of something else, and there may be some kind of money payout coming through. It may be a lot lower than expected as well. Or it may be where, let's say you were offered $50,000 in a settlement, where they give you $10,000, or they give it in 2 lots. They give you $25,000, and then in a year's time, they might review something, and then they give you the other $25,000. So there's something like that. But in regards to a job and work, it just looks like some kind of learning going on. Double fours is normally getting another certificate, learning something new, going back to school. The Two of Diamonds would be your commitment to what you want to do. I don't know if you're going to recommence some sort of studies that you let go before. If you do go in to do some studies again, I think you were studying law, if I remember correctly, and you put it on the back burner. If you do, you will be side by side with this gentleman here, not looking at him as being the Virgo, but this would be the person you would be studying the law with or working with if this is about a job. Okay. Your challenges coming up. Let's look at love first. Your challenges is your connection to the past, and things that need to be said not being said. Okay, a relationship that is a friendship. It's not a friendship. It's a relationship. It's not a relationship. It's sort of like, what is it? What is going on between you and this person? There is somebody, and I don't think it's the Virgo, there's somebody wanting a reconciliation with you, like they're wanting to, not necessarily reconciliation because you used to be in a partnership together. It could be an old school friend that finds you on Facebook or social media of some kind, and they say, hey, Bethel, I thought that was you. Hey, we're in the area, wondering, do you want to hang out? So I feel that there may be some kind of reunion thing. If it's not like that, it could just be where you and your girlfriends go to something that you had planned and someone from your past happens to be there. Okay, but it is sitting in challenge area. In regards to work in the challenge area, we've got a work you don't want and a work you do want, and somewhere in between something that would work for you. I'm hoping that's not showing up on my, no, it's not. I just noticed I could see the football and everything in the reflection there, and I'm just making sure my head's right in front of it. All right, moving forward, what might be happening? Woohoo! This is all about love. Don't be too hard on yourself about wanting to explore something new, okay? Things don't have to go according to a certain plan, especially when it comes to love. We've got the 2 8s here. Now, in regards to work, this is really good. This is something going in your favor in regards to work, movement forward, making money, doing well. In regards to love, this is food and wine and dancing and joining with people that are all on the same page. This could be going to your local church, getting up and singing in the choir, you know, or you might join a yoga group. You might join a morning meditation group, whatever. This is being with people that share the same common goals, same experiences, like the same music. You have making plans with whoever these people are. And this is not one-on-one kind of stuff. This is more like people in groups getting together. When I said don't be too hard on yourself, don't think that it has to go according to a certain plan. This is what I was saying this for, because you've got this 6 of spades here. 6 of spades is, don't be afraid to let your hair down and be a bit crazy, you know, do something you like. I'm thinking that this isn't you. I'm thinking that this Queen of Hearts is somebody with you sharing these experiences. You know, like one of your good friends might say, hey, I seen this thing about a trip to Bali and it's on special, or a cruise ship or whatever. Let's go. Let's do it. And there you go. Now, when I put things out there like that, random things like Bali or a cruise ship, sometimes it's because that's going to present itself to you, okay? And I just seen somebody that harassed me about 12 or 15 months ago and really made me feel on edge, that has spotted me here in this room, and I'm hoping they keep walking and turn around and go the other direction. Outcome, Bethel. Outcome is looking very nice on all sectors, but we'll start with the but. You do have a 7 of spades here. So this is a plan that you didn't see happening. You didn't see, let's say your plan is to have something all resolved by December. It will be resolved, but not by December. Or let's say that you thought that you were going to get X amount of dollars, you're going to get it put straight into your bank. You will get the money, but it's not going to go according to the way you thought it was going to go. Or you're not going to get it in one big patch, you're going to have to get it in lumps. You've got double aces, which can represent making a firm decision regarding your love, regarding your life, regarding your health, your well-being, but double aces is really good. You've got a 9 of diamonds here. 9 of diamonds normally means a surprise win when we see this. So I don't promote gambling of any kind. You're more likely to lose than win. But if there is some big draw coming up and it's got something to do with aces or ace of hearts, ace of diamonds, double aces, 1, 11 or 2, it could be $1 million, it could be $11 million. This is like a surprise win, a surprise win. Now, I do know you've got different court things going on. It may be that you're surprised. You suddenly get a phone call to say, guess what? It's done. It's finished. And you won. Where you're going next, I don't know, because you've got a black 7 sitting there. All right, underneath the deck, I think you've got a secret admirer. Jack of Hearts is some kind of passion and desire. It can be a soulmate. There's something not being said here with this black 5. And there's also this confusion with the black 9. The other way of reading this, you may hear about somebody who's either having difficulties with a pregnancy. They would be carrying a baby boy, or they wanted a baby boy and they have a baby girl, or it may have nothing to do with pregnancy. Be careful what you wish for as well, Bethel. In regards to relationships and love, just be careful of what journey you want to take with things. All right. And don't believe gossip about a certain person. All righty. Let's see what we've got next. What else does Bethel need to know in general? 3 from the top, 3 from the bottom, and then we're finished for the day. Bethel, as I tell everybody else, go to Psychic Revelation. I know you know how to read tarot cards, but just do yourself a favour. Go to Psychic Revelation, and they have an explanation. The card, the Hierophant, dropped out on the table with the Devil and the 8 of Wands. To me, this is like, it can be gaslighting and everything around something that's traditional. It also can be tempted to do something you shouldn't, or tempted to say something or engage in something that you shouldn't. They dropped out on the table, but that's not part of your reading because I hadn't shuffled enough yet. But what I want you to do is go to Psychic Revelation and look under work, finance, relationships, and general meaning. And that man, I said, he's making his way this way. Yeah, have a look at what the what it has to say on there, just to get some more information. We'll put them to one side and let's do top and bottom. Oh, actually, I hadn't shuffled enough, had I? We'll put them back in case you're meant to have them. You may be meant to have them because they did drop out on the table. The one that I could only see was the marriage one. Whoa, look at them all jumping out. Okay, it wants me to stop shuffling. What I'm going to do is piles. Okay, here we go. Yep, you were meant to have some of the cards, the Devil in particular. Okay, so in your challenges for the coming months, we do have the 4 of Pentacles. This could be your financial situation. You're getting concerned about where the next lot of money's coming in, what you're going to do for work or whatever. Also, it could be telling you it's time to let something go. You're holding on a little bit too tight, or something else is holding on to you. In the other challenge area, we do have the temptation to get involved in something, or to just maybe somebody's gaslighting you or stirring you up or whatever. Moving forward, we do have you showing up as the Empress. I feel like you're going to be desired and wanted from different areas, something to do with work, something to do with love. But I do like this card coming out. We have the 7 of Wands. You're being told to stand your ground here. It can be a stubborn card, the 7 of Wands, but to me it's like you've got something to say. You need to stand up and say it. And then we have your outcome cards for the coming months. You do have the 7 of Cups. Don't get lost in an illusion. Get the facts, not what you might think or might be doing. Get the facts. And you also have something, this could be a job opportunity or working together with somebody when we're looking at work with 3 of Pentacles, but it also could be a new friendship. And it could just be socializing and going out with good friends. Anyway, that's it for the day, guys. I'm turning this off and I really need to get this foot out of this shoe, and I hope I've brought my bandage thing with me. Yes, I have my bandage thing. I need to get into a normal seat, get out of this hot room. Guys, I should be here nearly every day except for my Thursday, which is your Wednesday. So I should be online again tomorrow if I can get the space, and if, depending on what the doctor has to say about my foot. You know, I might be having an x-ray again today and I might find out that it's actually broken. Oh, I laugh about it, but I hope it's not. I have it in good hands with my friend Rhonda. Her partner is a physiotherapist. he believes it is a grade 2 sprain and I've just been doing way too much and that's why I'm in so much pain. And literally sitting here, even when I didn't have a bad foot, this cuts off the circulation at the back of the legs. And my left foot right now is tingling from it having the circulation cut off, and the right foot, because I've kept moving it about, it's a bit dead as well. So I'm not going to stand up and walk until the feeling's back in my feet. I might have to stand up and start moving them. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you for your help. Thank you to Silly Pants and Astro Love and Really Chris. We'll do it all again maybe tomorrow. If not, definitely Wednesday. And check the WhatsApp. Okay, what am I checking WhatsApp for? WhatsApp. What's this? Oh, your questions there. Oh, I remember that name coming to my channel over a year ago or so, Silly Pants, and posting stupid things. Next door neighbor. I don't need the star sign, Silly Pants. Oh, I just seen the message from you, Chris. My hair, I washed it. Did I wash it yesterday or? See, I can't even remember what I did. This is what I hate when I take painkillers, because when I take the painkillers and I've got a lot of pain, well, you know what I'm talking about, Chris. You can't even remember doing interviews because of painkillers and stuff. Yeah, I washed it and I'm using Redken acid bonding or something it's called. It's supposed to help repair the hair. What I've noticed with it though is when I curl it, it doesn't curl. And usually when I wash my hair with Muck, I don't know if you're aware of that brand, it's called Muck and it's got a pink thing on it. I can't remember what it was for. I think it was for repair of the hair. But when I use the Muck brand and then I just put a big tooth comb through it and then I put it up in the towel, when I take it out of the towel, it's all curls. And then it dries like curly. And if I get the hot curling wand, it goes really curly. But this morning I put pieces of it to this side. Normally it's all over that side. But yeah, I can see it's all dropped completely. I mean, I've got more longer hair at the back here. But apart from the very light bits, which I put a streaking cap on, all the rest of it, the goldy bits and all of that, that's my natural hair color. The gray is here. 60 years old, and that's the gray, that bit there, that patch. I thought that I'd be all gray up here. I've got little strings of gray on the top, but not much. All right, Silly Pants, I'll do a voice recording before I pack this stuff up to help you out. But yeah, like I said, I should be back possibly tomorrow. It all depends on what the doctor says. I'm assuming he's just going to tell me continue with painkillers. I possibly send me for a either a CT or an X-ray. I made some phone calls about MRI. Unfortunately, in Australia, CTs and X-rays are covered by what's called Medicare, which every Australian citizen and resident is entitled to, and the Medicare thing pays for it. But MRIs are not covered at all, not by my health fund and not by Medicare. And, you know, I think CT should suffice to show whether there's something needs to be looked at. Yes, collagen. I always thought, I use collagen on my face at night. I always thought that the people that took collagen, it was for something to do with wrinkles or looking young but when I rang up the health food store, they told me to get onto PEA, which I have in my bag. I have, these are PEA painkillers, which is a natural thing, and it's called pain analgesic. They told me to take them. They told me to take arnica 2 under the tongue, which is homeopathic, which is very gentle. That's for the swelling and the bruising. But they did mention that because I've had injuries on the feet, I've got injury in the back of the neck, I've got arthritis, they told me to get onto collagen supplements. So, yeah, I'm hoping the doctor sends me for a CT, and I'm just going to have to put up with taking the stronger painkillers probably later on tonight with dinner. If the pain's still bad, I'm going to take them with lunch. That's why I've got them with me, because it's lunchtime now, and we're going to leave here around, in the next 15 minutes, I think we're going to leave, maybe 30 minutes. So I'm going to get something to eat and take those now. Pineapple juice, I love pineapple juice. I didn't know it was good for inflammation. I love eating fresh pineapple pieces, and I love drinking pineapple juice. Pineapple juice mixed with some water when you're traveling. If you get car sick or your kids get car sick, give them diluted pineapple juice, not water. Pineapple juice is really, really good for car sickness. It sounds weird, and I'm not talking about the sweetened stuff. I'm talking about the fresh pineapple juice. All right, I'm out of here, guys. I'm just trying to get feeling back into my legs and feet. My left foot feels very numb, and I don't want to start walking and go. So yeah, I'm just going to do some little rocking backwards and forwards. Anyway, see everybody tomorrow. Take care, and thank you to everybody that donated. And just a reminder, this is for entertainment purposes only. If you need a lawyer, a doctor, a psychiatrist, a financial planner, please go to the correct authority and get help. Okay, bye for now.